Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for your stimulus package and stimulus check update. And if you don't care, hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, much be appreciated. Let's jump into this. Now, as we know, I call her the Clown Pelosi. The Clown Pelosi, yes. I mean guys, she's making us look like a fool. She's hung us out to dry. So why not hang her out to dry? Right? Right. But it's election time, right around the corner. And of course, they're going to, probably make something happen now. And I do think the bill will be passed. I do think they'll sign it into law. I do think it'll be passed around maybe middle of this week and maybe signed into law around the 1st or 2nd. Because that's the deadline on the airlines. I mean, they have to do something, whether it's the bill she's proposing or it's the problem solvers bill. It's going to be one of the two. So, I don't go into all this fancy details like these other people do. I just say the facts about it, because there's no sense in keep on right on and on, making things up to make it sound like it's something different or something it's going to be. There's no sense in that. Just say it like it is. Just a second, guys. Okay. Now, anyways, I will over some of this with you. But I do think, guys, it will be passed and signed into law by the 1st or the 2nd. I really do. Because election time is around the corner. But as we know, Speaker Nancy Pelosi took a remarkable step in this week in shifting tactics to begin drafting a new partisan package of the COVID-19 relief. Now, as we know, they haven't committed to vote yet. So, but now, the first team of the New York lawmaker who flipped a GOP seat in 2018, he says, "I'm certainly not satisfied until they do." Now what goes on is the comments highlighted says the challenge facing Pelosi and her leadership team, who are fighting to win in an argument and an agreement with the White House on emergency COVID-19 aid, while also seeking to protect vulnerable centrists worry of leaving Washington without acting on some new relief package. Now, Pelosi also goes on to say, she says, "I've held firm to her demand for at least $2.2 trillion in new stimulus spending. Now, also a figure well below the 3.4 trillion Heroes Act that the House Democrats passed in May. Now, even after negotiations with the White House broke down in early August, in doing so, she resisted the pleas of impatient moderates in her caucus, calling the move to fresh package while the bipartisan talks were stalled." Now, on Thursday, as the grumbling from the moderates grew louder, Pelosi relented, asking the leads of key committees to assemble a Democratic proposal, reflecting the party's priorities in addressing the health and economic wreckage caused by the deadly pandemic. But the party leaders, still hoping for a bipartisan deal, have not promised a vote on the package before the House recesses on Friday for the final stretch of campaigning. Now, we're talking about this Friday coming, guys. Starting tomorrow's Monday. They have 5 days to get this done. and they got to get it done. They got to get it through the Senate and through the House and to President Trump by the first or second one. So I do believe in my heart. I hope I'm not wrong, guys. Now, I'm not promising anything, but it's just the way I'm seeing things and the way things is coming together. Because election time's around the corner, they're going on recess, and if nothing's done, this country's going to go to, you know where, and it's almost there. So, something has to be done. It's either going to be the one she's proposing, the 2.4, or the problem solvers bill, the 1.5 to the 2 trillion. It's going to be one of the two. Now, I don't have an expectation at this point in time because our focus is we want to get a deal or an agreement with Steve Mnuchin and the Senate. We want a bill passed and signed. Now, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin, so that's what our focus is, trying to get an agreement before we go home. You know, the Republicans was all for it. The Democrats, I mean, it boils down. I mean, let me make it short. Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi hates one another, and she's been doing all this spite work, all this spite, back and forth, and all it's done is killed and starved and put American people out in the road. Can't feed. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. Anything bad, you can name it, because it's happening every day. Something happens, bad happens, because of our leaders making the American people suffer. It just amazes me. I never really thought it was honestly this bad. I never thought that they would do the American people this way. I honestly did not. But it just goes to show you when something's put to the test, right? But now, the new Democratic package is expected to include all the major elements of the HEROES Act. Now, another round of stimulus checks for the most Americans, more money for unemployment insurance, rental assistance, food stamps, and the Postal Service, and billions more for medical equipment and the coronavirus testing. Now, we're heading toward a resurgence of the virus in the fall. Now, until we defeat the virus, you're not going to have full economic recovery. Now, House Ways and Means Committee and is drafting large parts of the package. That's what this is about. The virus, listen guys, this virus ain't going nowhere. I don't care what they say or nobody says. How long has the flu been around? Long time, right? It's not went nowhere. This virus ain't going nowhere, guys. So get used to sanitizing your hands every day. Get used to cleaning every day. Get used to wearing your mask every day, because this is what it's coming to. I never thought I'd have to wear a mask. I wear this because I'm used to it. You're going to have to get used to it. Times we're living in now is going to change. And we'll have to adapt to what's happening in the world now. It's just facts. It's just the truth. And we're going to have to live with it. We're going to have to deal with it. I never thought I'd see this coming. I always watched horror movies, seen it in horror movies. But it's come true. Okay. Now, the proposal will also include provisions not found in the HEROES legislation, include funds for the Paycheck Protection Program to prop up small businesses and emergency aid for the restaurant and airline industries. Now, airline CEOs and union leaders lobbying lawmakers at the Capitol this week said they need 25 billion more in aid to stave off tens of thousands of layoffs. Now, that are set to occur at the end of the month. Relief for airlines has been a priority for the White House. We're putting airlines in, said Representative Peter DeFazio, chairman of the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. That's why I'm telling you guys something is going to have to be done before the first of the month of October, because if not, they put the airline in this package, in this proposal, and they're going to have to do something. I'm just putting two and two together. I think it will be done. I do. I really, honestly do. Now, I'm not going to go over this. It's just pretty much the same thing. So we won't do that. But the main thing is just hope and pray. I'll keep you guys updated. Starting tomorrow, I won't go over more articles. I'll just go over the main part of what's going on. Be very short, be very simple. I read these articles because I think it might be interesting to some people. Some people it won't. That's fine. I do it because I like doing it. But the thing of it is, let's hope they can do this, get it done, get it passed, get it signed into law, and get this money in the mail and get this money into the bank accounts of the people, because they desperately need it, guys. They desperately do. So let's just hope. And the main thing is, have faith in Jesus Christ, guys. He's all we got. He's all we got. Never thought I'd see times like this, but it's got bad. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. Guys, if anything else happens, I'll let you know. But as of right now, that's about it. And until next time, I love you guys. Peace out.